I went into a go-go bar a few weeks ago, and look, I am aware that go-go bars have a bit of a bad press in this town, especially from expats. And the reason is, mainly, is because they are so expensive, and I totally get it. But what I don't quite understand is why everybody blames the bar owners for the prices, because trust me, I'm a bar owner, although I don't own a go-go bar. I've also worked in go-go's, and at the moment I'm working as a consultant for somebody who was setting up a go-go bar. And the two biggest reasons why go-go's are so expensive is because A, the rent is so ridiculously high. I'm here on Walking Street, the Beverly Hills of Pattaya, all these amazing bars, nightclubs, etc., and ridiculously high rents. I mean, just eye-watering rents. And the second reason is because the girls' salaries are so high. I remember starting off being a go-go bar manager in 2003, and the girls were on about 7,000-8,000 a month, and there was maybe showgirls are on a little bit more, maybe 10,000-11,000. Well, now you literally have to pay about 2,000 baht a day for some of the girls to grace their presence on your stage. So this is the reason. I'm not, by the way, saying that there are no greedy bar owners out there. There are bar owners that have took a risk, took a gamble, invested a lot of money in a business project that has a massive failure rate, and have done really well, and have worked hard and have succeeded. And I've got a lot of time for those people personally, but they're not greedy. But anyway, I've slightly gone off topic. I walked into this go-go bar, and just as I'm going in, they're playing what I call the go-go bar national anthem. And the go-go bar national anthem is, we've all heard it, I've got to be really careful about even singing that melody, because you can get a copyright claim just by singing something that sounds like a song. I'm talking about the Final Countdown by Europe, and I'm not sure whether this is the same in go-go bars in Bangkok or Pattaya, and I'm not even sure whether it's around the world. But for some really strange reason, you have that song at the start of every night in a go-go bar, and at the end of every night in a go-go bar. It's the first song and the last song. And I remember sometimes we used to just slip it into the playlist on Winamp. Who remembers Winamp, right? We used to slip it in to play, and then we'd forgotten that we'd put it in, we didn't delete it, and then halfway through the night, the place was rocking, there was fun going on everywhere, lots of money being made, and all of a sudden you would hear, and all the girls would like run onto the stage, and I'm going, no, it's a mistake. Humorous, if you knew what was going on. So there it is, the national anthem of go-go bars was just playing, and all the girls were there, standing to attention, saluting the flag. They all, basically, if you don't know, the first song, everyone has to get on stage. The last song, everyone has to get on stage. And I do remember, I have memories of working in go-go bars where by the end of the night, I've got this memory. There's some girls that need a little bit of assistance at the end of the night to get on the stage, to stand to attention to the national anthem of go-go bars. And I remember a couple of girls like pushing a girl onto the stage. Come on, love, you can make it. You've had 48 tequilas tonight, but you can make it onto the stage. And I did actually think at one point that it would be really funny, and this is like my stupid, warped, whatever sense of humour. I thought it would be really funny to send a letter as a joke, this is a joke, right, to a go-go bar and say, hello, I am the lawyer representing whoever the writer is of the Final Countdown by Europe. My client is one of the songwriters of that song, and he was in your go-go bar, which is situated at la-di-di-la-di-da. And he noticed, but the song was played at the end of the evening. And when he asked the girls about this, he said that the song was played at the beginning of the evening as well. Now, I know your venue is licensed to play copyrighted music, but it strictly says, and this is true, but you're not allowed to play something which is a theme song, or to constantly play a particular song over and over again. It's got a legal term in music law and copyright. And so therefore I have calculated you have been open for 27 years and therefore I am owed the grand total of $57,000 for you to use my phone. It's not the best joke in the world, right? But I did think at one time that was a good idea. Anyway, so I got to this go-go bar, sat in, it was the first song, and I sat down, and I don't like to complain, right? But they put the music level. I am the only person in this go-go other than the girls. The music level was at this ridiculously loud volume. They had not a bad sound system. As you know, it is a sort of a running topic with me that I always complain about music levels. And the reason is this. As a customer, right, I don't feel comfortable when I've got music going on around me all the time. It may be something to do with my age. I get that. I'm 57 years old, right? Maybe I'm a moaning old git, but it was just too much. And as an operator, right? As an operator, because I have got a bar, Le Pub on Soy Diamond. If the music is so loud, the girls can't talk to you. There is somebody that come out with this analogy that, and it might be true. I think it's quite a good one. That they like the music, the girls like the music really loud because they don't want to talk to you, because they don't want to have conversation with you. They just basically want to vacuum up a few drinks. So that is why in my particular bar, I don't put the music level too high. But I'm sitting there in this go-go. It's the first song, right? I've worked in nightclubs for 30, 40 years. Well, 40 years. I was 17, right, when I first started. You gradually introduce the music. It's kind of there's a kind of a level in your head where you feel comfortable, and so you gradually introduce that music to make it a bit louder. But they just put it on 10. That was it. This is the level that we put the music at. It's 10, and that's it. Even though there's absolutely nobody in the bar, right, other than myself. So anyway, I don't like to complain. But the music after the national anthem was ridiculously loud. So I'm sitting there and I get a drink. And I'm looking around and I see, actually I always get this, being somebody who's managed girls and employed girls for a long time. There's a couple of girls that know me because they've worked for me or their friends have worked for me or whatever. And so they come over, and you know what, I like to be the nice guy, so I bought them a drink. 250 baht for a lady drink. Look, bar owners, if you're watching, I'm not complaining. I know what it's like to try and turn over a profit in the bars these days because of the price of the girls, but 250 baht for a lady drink, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm chatting to a couple of the girls that I used to work with, or they used to work for me, I say. They used to work at Le Pub. And all of a sudden, the thing that I hate most about this town at the moment, I'm in a very happy place, right? I am in a really happy place at the moment. My business is doing okay, right? I'm enjoying my life. My private life is fantastic. I'm in a really happy place, but there's one thing that just annoys me so much. And that was the mama-san who was sitting over the other side of the go-go bar. Needed to get the attention of one of the service girls. So she got one of those light pens and started shining the light pen, narrowly missing my face by a few inches, right? I don't like to complain, right? I really don't like to complain. But these light pens, right, let's be brutally honest here. These light pens, laser pens, they can blind people. Right? There's a reason that they're banned in most countries. And the reason is that number one, obviously it can interfere with aviation. But it can literally, if you get one of those in your eyes, you can be blinded. Somebody did that to me about 10 years ago in Secrets, the bar I used to manage. I was sitting at the bar, the guy was sitting over the road, and he thought it would be hilarious to shine the laser pen right in my eye. Right in my eye. And I went fucking bananas. I think there's something about having that laser go into, and there must be something about the brain. I have got a brain, it is there somewhere, right, about that laser going into your eye that just flips you and makes you completely nuts, because I'm uncharacteristically, I have to say, I've got my faults, right? Oh my, I've got my faults, but shouty isn't one of them. I really have to get worked up for that, but I just went completely ballistic. The staff were running around, what's on? Boss has gone completely nuts, right? Don't you ever shine that light in me again, right? And I spent the next couple of days with a spot on my site. Well, I'm not a ophthalmologist or whatever it is, optician, eye doctor. So I'm not sure what it was, but I had a spot there for a few days. I have noticed more and more people using those inside a go-go. And on this particular occasion, I went to the mama-san and I said, I'd only just got there, we were just having a drink. It was a kind of a nice atmosphere, right? I didn't want to spoil that atmosphere, but I said, look, please do not use that laser when I'm in this bar. Please. I mean, I've got no right to say that, right? But I just said, if you keep using that laser, I'm just going to check in and leave, right? And I never say anything like that because it's so entitled, right? But at the same time, what they're doing, they have to realise is so dangerous, right? And the woman said, oh, well, I needed to get her attention. And I thought, well, walk over. Basically, in my opinion, I was actually asked to use one of these in a go-go bar once that I worked at, and I refused. And I think it was on day one, and it was from that moment that the owner realised that I wasn't just a pushover. I said, no, they're fucking dangerous, man. They are really dangerous. And there's something so egotistical about the go-go bar mama-san with one of those laser pens pointing at girls on the stage. You like this one, you like that one, you like that one. Just, you've been able to do that for so long without having to use laser pen. And by the way, if you're a girl and you're standing on the stage and you see a dot on you, you know that mama-san's talking about you. And you know what the Thais think of gossip, they love it, don't they? And the act of pointing, I mean, I know what she's doing. She's saying to a customer, do you like this girl, do you like that girl, do you like that girl? I mean, just like you, something on a shelf or something. I mean, Jesus Christ, have some humanity. So, I don't like the laser pens. When the owners use them, sorry, it's just the most egotistical thing I've ever seen. Oh, these are my girls, look at this, dot, that one there. Just communicate with your staff. There's no need to sit there with a pen, with a laser pen, pointing things out, right? Highly dangerous. Possibility of you blinding somebody, right? People are different heights, and in go-go's, they sit low, they sit high. You have no control over what happens to that laser. And the second thing that really winds me up in conjunction to this is the fact that now the doormen outside on the street are now using those laser pens to try and entice you into the bar, right? And a couple of times I have had to go up to doorman and said, look mate, please, I say this in time, I don't say look mate in time, I say but please, can you not point that at me? All the doormen know me. I walk up and down Walking Street every day. They know me. I says, please, can you put that laser pen away? It is so dangerous. And a couple of times I have been hit, not directly in the eyes, but around the eyes by those. And I've noticed that my eyesight is getting worse. I've never ever had contact lenses, I've never worn spectacles. I probably should, and it's not because I'm vain, it's just because I'm lazy. I can't be bothered to go to the opticians, right? But I probably should. I don't know about you, but it takes me about 5 or 10 minutes for my eyes to sort of get to temperature, I don't know what it is, before I can read my phone in the morning. So my eyesight's getting worse, and it's probably because, aforementioned, I'm 57 years old and I'm getting old now. But I honestly feel that a lot of my declining eyesight has come from the fact that people are walking around this town pointing laser pens and laser lights at you all the time. So I don't usually complain, right? But if you have security outside that think it is a brilliant idea, and actually they probably, they may have been told by the owner, but it might be that they're just lazy, they're just trying really hard to get customers in the bar. But if you have a security guard outside that is deliberately pointing a laser pen at me to try and attract me to go into your bar, I am not going in your bar. You might be a really nice person, right, and run a really nice bar, but I'm not going in your bar, right? And secondly, and I went to one of the biggest, if not the biggest, go-go bar on Walking Street, and security guard was using one of them to sit people down in the bar, and it caught me on the face, right? And I went fucking ballistic at the owner. And actually, if that actually wasn't the owner, it was the manager. If that manager is watching, I apologise, right? But you can see my point of view now, right? Please, they are so dangerous, right? Don't use them indoors when you're pointing them at people. If you're pointing at things on a whiteboard or something, making a presentation, yeah, that's what they're for, I think. I don't know. But not in a room where you've got literally hundreds of pairs of eyes and you have no idea where that is going to go. And eventually, one day, you're going to blind someone. I'm sorry I had a rant. By the way, I had a great time in a go-go bar. Go to a go-go bar every now and then, you know. I know they're expensive, but there's some beautiful girls in. There's some stunning women in the go-go bars. If you like this, like and subscribe, please. If you want, as so many people say, I don't get your videos anymore, Phil, have you stopped doing them? Yeah, press the notifications bell if you're a subscriber. And you can do it to individual channels. So if you just want to get updates from me, we don't want to get them from everyone else, and just the settings, you can just have it from certain people, right? But then you will get everything from me. Lucky people. We have a members area as well. It's a VIP pay-per-view. It's only £2 a month, and it helps to pay for the channel, keeps you up to date. I talk about my life away from go-go bars, working and being an owner of a bar here in Pattaya, the real deal. What's it really like to be a bar owner? I do a weekly vlog. I also do live streams exclusively in the members. We walk around town and have a little giggle, and it's a nice little community. So if you want to come in, please do that. Just press the join button. It's £2 a month, and obviously I'll see you down in the bar. My bar is the Pub on Soy Diamond, just off Walking Street, and I'm there from 4 PM most days. And it's it's really turned around the last few days. It's getting busy now. Town's getting a little bit busy. It's not getting mad, but it's getting busy. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.